Good morning, everybody. My name is Aditi and I'm going to talk about managerial listening. So let me tell you what listening is. Hearing is automatic. You don't help it. It happens. Even though I hope it is not happening right now, maybe some of you are just hearing me out, not listening to me. Listening requires conscious effort. So if something requires effort, why do it? Well, we are MBA students. We need a cost-benefit analysis for everything in life. I'll give you the benefits. To listen, if you listen, you collect data. What sort of data? The data could be anything related to your markets, related to your work. Just listen to the employees in your organization and you will get to know the pulse of the market. A person who listens is considered a reliable, dependable, and a likable person. If you listen to somebody, they approach you for help, they consider you an ideal person. Also, you're less likely to make foolish mistakes, such as confuse names or forget those first time we saw each other anniversary, first time we met each other anniversaries, and all of that. A person who listens is aware. He is very well informed about what is happening in the organization, and as a manager, that is integral to the success. It also helps in employee retention. A survey indicates that 40% of the people in their very first year of joining want to leave. Managers estimate this turnover at 13%. There's your disparity. Okay, so I get it. It is very beneficial, it is very good for the organization, but what's the point? The point of the entire thing is one word that can summarize the basis of any organization regardless of what business it is in, and that is relationship. Relationship building is the most essential, the most basic factor of any organization. A good listener will make a stronger, longer, and a better relationship. Okay, so listening is easy, it is beneficial, then everybody must be good at it, right? Wrong, because it is fraught with more barriers than we can imagine. What are these barriers? The first problem is called the 25-75 problem, which is a basic thing that we think 4 times as fast as we speak. So maybe while you are listening to me right now, your thoughts have already wandered off because you're probably bored by the slow pace of my speech, which I highly doubt. Apart from that, you probably have no motivation to listen. What am I supposed to get out of this? I don't know. I'm not interested in managerial listening. She can yap on. That could also affect your listening. Maybe you just have no incentive. There's no willingness. This is the most dangerous form of bias because before the presentation starts, you've already decided you don't want to listen. It could be something as simple as feeling hungry or a headache, or something as banal as noise on the phone. It could also be what we call detouring, which is probably you saw something I was wearing and then you think, oh, will I wear this to that party? I'm not sure. Do I like her hair? No. Maybe I could do this, that. So that is detouring, and that is distraction. Or maybe I said something you simply do not agree with, and instead of listening to my following points, you are building that argument in your head. Essentially, you stop listening to me. But the most important bias is the lack of time. You are probably waiting your turn and hence are not interested. What do I do? I have understood all my problems. I know these are the barriers. What do I do as a manager? Let me first tell you the 3 types of listening as a manager, which is dependent on the complexity of the message. The first type of listening is called casual. It's okay, she's yapping on. There's nothing technical. I don't need to retain anything. That's okay. Second is factual. When I'm giving you stats, I'm giving you data, technical information that you shall need. That is called factual listening. And the third is emphatic. This is when you're trying to build a relationship, trying to understand the other person. This is the problem area for each and every manager in each and every organization. So, how do I become a better listener? I know the advantages, I know the barriers. What do I do? What's a $1 million answer? Let me tell you. The first, as a manager, remove all your bias. Do not go with preconceived notions. Maybe you do not like the person, maybe you do not like the topic, maybe you have something else on your mind. Remove all of that and listen to the person. The second, pay attention to non-verbal cues. Are you putting the other person at ease or not? Is he or she flustered? Is something going on in her mind? You should probably talk it out. Pay attention to those clues. Third, paraphrase and question. This will not only ensure that you have clarity in what you have heard, but also that you know exactly what the subject is. And something that most managers miss out on is something called grapevine, which is informal communication, which happens to be 70 to 90% true. As a manager, the most important thing for you is to build a conducive climate for each and every of your employee. You should build an environment where communication flows freely, where both you talk and listen. How do you do that? First, Please listen when you have the time to listen. Give the other person enough respect that when they come to your cabin, they do not have to wait 10 minutes for you to raise your head and listen to the person. If you're short of time, let the person know they can come back to you again. Do not interrupt. Well, if a guy like that spoke, nobody would interrupt anyway. But if the other person is talking, hear them out. Listen to what they have to say. Respect their opinions. As a manager, I would believe it's extremely important for you to socialize, to go out, meet your employees, treat them as your friends. The more informal you get, the better you get at listening. Be very open to their ideas. They are the newest people in the organization. The kind of freshness and vigor they bring into the organization is probably past your stage. But at the end of it all, just listen to them. Give the other person respect, because at the end of the day, all of you are working towards the same goal. Thank you.